with a GM press, obviously, where I think most people have issues with it is they have different arm sizes. And a lot of the JM press is really based upon the feeling of the forearm against the bicep. And that's where people get it messed up, in my opinion. They don't have biceps or forearms.
Yeah.
So
why is that, Dave?
Because they're not doing JM presses.
Because they're not training their biceps and forearms.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So I mean, I've heard.
Would you say that it's that if that's the case, then this is probably a movement they shouldn't be doing yet?
No, because I did it at 340 pounds and I did it at 225 pounds. So I know what that feels like to lose that tissue leverage.
Yes.
I'm clear on that.
Okay.
You're absolutely correct. That is a factor.
Yeah.
And man, you miss it when you don't have it, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, you guys that squat and they go deep enough, they start to feel that pressure gone when they start leaning out, right?
Well, the JM press,
same thing.
Certainly helps the bottom.
Yeah.
Coming out of the bottom tremendously.
Yeah, but I don't think it's so much an issue of arm size, but you do want as much as you can, right?
Yes.
So my answer is, if you don't feel like you have enough tissue leverage, train your forearms. Do some hammer curls. Get that part of the forearm built up, and do some biceps. Guys think, well, I don't use my biceps at all in powerlifting, so I don't have to train them. All right.
Yeah.
That's fine. You can not train anything you don't want to train, and I understand that. But here's a good example where you might want to help. It will help. I tell people it's like taping a tennis ball with duct tape to the inside of your arm. When that comes down, it wants to pop right back up. So the more you have there, the better. So absolutely true that people with less have a harder time. But you can fix that.
Okay.
You can fix that with training. You could have plenty there, right?
Yeah,
you can build that right up.
Yeah.
What I worry about with the JM press is I didn't start doing it. It was an accident of where I wanted to. Again, I'm super big on recovery. So how can I get the value of a skull crusher and a close grip bench press and not have to do both of them? So I blended them together as an accident, right? Because I needed to just recover. I couldn't do 3, 4, even 2 tricep exercises after a while because the load was so much. You get something out of the first one, you get nothing out of the second exercise. So why do it? But so that's sort of what happened. It came out of an accident, but I had really, really been training for triceps quite a bit, and I had strong triceps. So for me, it wasn't too much of a jump to do it. When I teach people, I notice that their tricep strength goes up very, very quickly, faster than their tendons can handle it. And what I worry about with it is if somebody starts it, and I have a couple guys starting it now, that they're going to be so excited with their strength that they're going to outstrip their tendons' ability to keep up. And that's the thing I worry about most. So I always tell anybody I get a chance to, take it slow. Build it into your program. Work it. I mean, I don't know of any better tricep exercise. It's great. It's half of one and half of another, and you get the benefits of both. But it builds so much tendon strength. But that takes time. So you see your training weights go up, and you want to keep pushing. And the recovery, the repair, the growth, right? We talked about it. You outstrip that.
Yeah.
That exercise could be dangerous because it goes so fast. And if you're not careful with the elbow, so you got to pay attention. So this gets back to awareness. If you're not aware of what your body, and you just block your body out, and you just try harder, you're not paying attention to what you're doing. I could see people being angry about the JM press, like that thing hurts your elbows. It's like people that say they hurt their back or their knee squatting. Nobody ever hurt their back or knees squatting properly, only improperly, right? Yeah, so if you do this properly, you're not going to hurt your elbows. But I could see where the temptation would be to.
Yeah, I can see that. The benefit that I found from when you brought it into Westside was my shoulders were already an issue. So close grip bench presses were already an exercise that was out of my arsenal. I had to take it out. Too much shoulder rotation. So I was stuck to one board, two board, and it was still a press. Now all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, here we go now. I can get this right on, and both my pecs have been torn. So what we were working on with my bench is how can I bench with the least amount of pec activation and only triceps. So it's basically a tricep extension, shoulder rotation, tricep extension, no pec. And so that was pressing in a straight line, and building the absolute shit out of the JM press.
Yeah.
Because nothing else was going to do it.
I don't know of anybody that missed a max bench press pinned against their chest. Everybody fails somewhere where the triceps have, taken control. So you shift from the chest drive to the triceps. And I don't know, and some people get stuck in the transition, right? But nobody can't lift the bar off their chest. They can't lock it out. So I've gotten used to saying, every failure is a lack of tricep strength. And that's oversimplifying, but again, it's true. You don't fail on the chest. Now, it's true that if you build enough momentum with the chest, you can kind of bump yourself over that hill, right, and continue. But I'll tell you what, if it's a real max,
if it's a real max, you're gonna have a hard time.
You're not getting much momentum out of the hole. It's hard the whole way.
Yeah,
it's hard the whole way. And where people seem to feel, I haven't seen them meet for years, so I don't know what's going on now. But let's just take the bench press without the shirts and everything. Just pushing it off your chest. Nobody fails with it stuck on their chest.
Yeah,
they get it up and get it going, and then something's weak. What is it? Shoulders? Probably not. Chest? Probably not. Triceps.
Yeah.
So it boiled down to that. Who's ever, the meets when I was competing, I looked at it. Who's got the strongest triceps? And they're probably going to do well.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how I looked at it. And I don't know that it's changed that much, but I know that, a bench without a shirt is that way.